Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Nikki McCutchen. I will be your host. We are so excited that you're here tonight. If you are brand new tonight, make sure you put your name in the chat. Like if you have not started using the technology yet, we always love to just be able to spin the wheel and get you 5 days free of X39, our technology that we'll be talking about tonight. So if that is you, if you're brand new, make sure you put your name in the chat because we love to give away and allow you to try the technology for 5 days. So we're literally with this technology, we watch miracles all the time. It's why we love doing what we're doing. And this is what this call is for you all to learn, to be able to ask questions at the end. Please feel free to use the chat, put questions that you have as I'm talking in the chat. Okay, so Tina, I'm hoping I'm saying it right. You're new, I think. So we definitely want to get you in the drawing tonight. You haven't started using the technology yet, so that's super exciting. We're going to start with our medical disclaimer. Also, Merry Christmas. I love this time of year. It's so fantastic. And hopefully you all are just enjoying it and just celebrating the season, the reason for the season, and, just taking the time to enjoy our Creator and the fact that He sent His Son to be here with us and just worshiping Him and taking those minutes to do that. So I pray that you all are enjoying that and taking that time to just enjoy this season as well with your relationship with Jesus Christ. So our call tonight will be for 30 minutes. Like I said before, the medical disclaimer. What we'll be sharing tonight is for informational purposes only. The products that we discuss are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease. If you are on medications or have medical concerns or are pregnant or nursing, just like embarking on any type of new health regimen, diet, or fitness program, please make sure to check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. So with that, we're going to dive into what our little technology does. So this technology is a tiny little patch. If you haven't seen this yet or know anything about it, it is FDA compliant as a general wellness product, a class 1 medical device, completely non-transdermal. What that means is that there is nothing transferring from this patch into your body. It's completely sealed on both sides with medical grade plastic. So most people are used to a nicotine patch, a vitamin patch, estrogen patch. Those all transfer something, even pain patches, they transfer something from the patch into your body. This works completely differently from that. So just know and understand that. And I'm going to explain that more here in a minute. The adhesive on it is hypoallergenic. This has a 96% effectiveness rate. Okay. Y'all, that's jaw-dropping, all right, to have that high of effectiveness rate. So whether you feel something or not, just know that this technology is always working. There's never a time that it's not working in your body and turning on what it needs to turn on. So now that extra 4%, what is amazing is our inventor and founder and CEO is David Schmidt. He developed this, it's called Cellergize Morning. You do not have to use this to wear with the patches, but what you can be rest assured is for that 4% or people that are struggling a little bit, this has everything in it to optimize your patches. So we need quality electrolytes. That is in Cellergize Morning, as well as amino acids. And those are all in here, as well as balanced zinc and copper. So proper balances of things and balances that you need in your body anyway. So not just to optimize the patches, but to optimize your body's ability to be able to do all the things that it does every day. This is very geniusly designed. And a special ingredient, sea buckthorn extract, which optimizes the production or supports the stem cells that are already in your body. So the combination of Cellergize Morning and our X39 patch technology won a very prestigious award not too long ago, the Biotech of the Year Stem Cell Product of the Year. So it was the combination of this duo because this supports your stem cells and this helps to turn on a peptide in your body. So it's your body, understand it's your body doing all the work. It's not this technology, okay? This is just the light switch, and I'll go into that here in a minute, but of stem cell activation technology. So it's incredible that we won that award. If you go back, like I went back and I even looked at other awards that they've given out, is it truly remarkable. And so just know that everything that we have with this technology, the fact that you get 100% effectiveness rate, okay? That's incredible. So you can rest assured it is always working. There's over 50 years of research on this peptide that this technology turns on. So again, the science is very, very sound. We have over 200 patents. We have over 90 clinical studies. So this is not just me saying, this is what we've seen, or here's what we have. Yes, do we have all kinds of clinical data and people that have used this technology for the last 20 years? Yes, we do. But we have scientific information that's backing all of that up as well. So you can rest assured that this company has done their due diligence in making sure that when they give you this data, it is truthful and accurate. So you can actually go and look at all those patents and all of the clinical studies on patchtheway.com, Patch, theway.com. You have to click, it says click here, and then you type in the passcode LIGHT, and across the top then will come up a button to click for the patents and the research and the studies. They'll all be there if you want to dive deep into all of that. So very easy access to all of that as well. So there is no product in the world that does what this technology does. If I'm going to give you a comparison of some sort to try to allow your brain to wrap around, what potentially, if we're trying to compare what that would be, the only thing that I can come up with is a stem cell injection. Those are thousands and thousands of dollars. And when you go in, they will tell you they have no idea if this will work for you or not. So you have no percentage of what it can do for you. I've met people that they've worked great for and they got multiple years out of it of feeling good. I've had other people that have spent thousands and thousands of dollars and it has done nothing for them. Okay. So this, you can rest assured, is always working, and it's not just going to that one area that you want it to, a shoulder, a knee, something like that, to be injected into the site and hopefully have stem cells then regenerate the site. This works systemically throughout your body. Again, because it's not stem cells. It is your own body turning on a peptide called GHK copper peptide, GHK-Cu. That copper peptide does far more than just turning on regenerative cells. But if you can turn on regenerative cells and get them back up and working for you, and have the other list of things that GHK copper peptide, it's like over 80 different things in the body that it supports. So I'm only going to talk to you about 5 tonight, but you are getting systemic support across your body in multiple areas. All right. So it is far superior to any type of stem cell injection. And you'll understand even more so why here in a minute. But how does this patch actually work? So it works through a process called photobiomodulation, which is just a big word for light making change in the body. You all actually already understand what this is, because every time you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and your eyes, it tells your body to make vitamin D. And then that vitamin D goes and does what it was already designed to do. So the sun is that light switch turning on vitamin D in our body, and it's our body then that is utilizing the vitamin D as God so designed it. This technology works that same way, only you don't need the sun. Your body becomes the heat source, or scientifically, the light source. So that light is heat. So again, you understand what this is and don't realize it. When you watch a movie and they're looking through night vision goggles and they start talking about seeing a heat signature, that all those different colors, they're saying that seeing the heat signature of an animal or a human. That heat signature scientifically is low-grade infrared light. That infrared light hits the center of this patch and it reflects back into your body from a crystal lattice structure that's reflective like a mirror at a very specific frequency. So when your infrared light hits that patch, it goes back into the body very specifically, turning on GHK copper peptide. So again, this is like a red light therapy product as well, if you know anything about that. This is red light therapy, turning on from the base of your mitochondria. It's just you don't need a machine. You don't need to get in a pod or lay on a bed to have this activated. Do those two work in combination fabulously together? This technology, along with a pod or a bed to lay in, or a face mask or a pad that you can use. Yes, these work fantastically together. But those beds or pads, they have a limited amount of time that they say that you can even use them. This technology, you pop on your body in the morning when you get up and you wear it for 12 hours for that day, take it off, and then the next day you put on a brand new patch. So 12 hours on to activate and regenerate, 12 hours off to recuperate and allow your body to give those regenerative cells a break from working, just like when we go to work and we use our mental capacity, or we go and exercise and we use our body. We need a break from all that. We cannot do that 24/7. The same is true with turning on that light switch for GHK copper peptide. It needs a break so that your regenerative cells have time to rest and recuperate, to then be activated again the next morning and get to work on your behalf. So by the time we're 30, half of our regenerative cells are no longer working. That's how the aging process just goes in our body. So by the time we're 60, we only have about 10% of our regenerative cells working for us on our behalf any longer. So between 30 and 60, when you think about that, aches, pains, illness, disease, all these things kind of start to set in. One of the reasons why is because our regenerative cells are no longer up and running. They are tired, they are worn out, they are just ready to, be there. So we can tell them that we're still alive and the Lord wants us to live optimally to our optimal health every day. And this technology allows us to do that by having those regenerative cells up and running on our behalf for as long as the good Lord leaves us here on this earth. So how does, you can wear it anywhere on the body. We obviously do have clinically tested spots because we have those clinical studies. But let's dive more deeper into GHK copper peptide. So like I told you, I'm going to talk about 5 different ways that it supports the body. So the first one is the regenerative cells, which we've talked about. The next is your cardiovascular system. So the entire cardiovascular system is supported at the mitochondrial level by this peptide in the body. And so it helps with the heart, with the blood vessels, with the lining of the blood vessels. So everything about your cardiovascular system can be supported, which is truly remarkable. A stem cell injection doesn't touch any of that. Nada, nothing. You don't get anything. So this helps to support regenerative cells, your cardiovascular system, your brain health. So in the clinical studies, what we see is that brain fog will start to remove. People will start to be able to think clearer. Anxiety and depression begin to lift. People feel better and more vital, and just like they have an overall sense of well-being, because it helps to just clear out those cobwebs in the brain as well. So again, another fantastic result that you get from this technology. The fourth thing is your collagen. So collagen, most people think is just hair, skin, and nails. It's not. It is literally the glue that holds our body together. So your fascia, your ligaments, your tendons, it's in the lining of your organs. It is the meridian system that runs throughout your body. Collagen is everywhere. So when you combine regenerative cells with collagen, it's why people will get a vast number of results across the board with the technology, which is what's so amazing. The next thing is your immune system. So these are the 5 things that I talk about. The immune system, most people, and when I think of immune system, I don't know why it doesn't really, what dawns on me is like, I'm thinking of colds, getting sick, things like that. Your immune system is what controls whether you have disease or not. So this being supported goes far beyond just a cold that you may get or be exposed to. It goes down deep, helping your body to regenerate and protect at a very deep level. So another really cool thing is I just have a friend who recently found out that she has the C word. And so what's amazing is understand what this technology does. It supports your body's ability. So 22 different genes in the body that help to suppress the C word. Okay. This peptide in particular has 22 different genes that it supports that do that anyway in the body. So it doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily prevent. We don't know, how your body will use it, whether it's going to, how much toxic load that you're under, anything like that. My friend, played with this technology off and on for the last 3 years since I've been using it. And now she's, using many more of our technologies, whereas potentially, I don't know if it would have prevented it, because our toxic load can be even more so than just having the GHK copper peptide support those 22 different genes. But it is like, what else do you know of that, that you can just pop on your body that actually is doing that at the gene level, like supporting those genes and DNA in your body to protect you against that? Like, I don't know. I mean, how easy does this get? Like, think of all the things that you have to do if you end up with a condition like that, like your nutrition, like how you exercise, like all of these other therapies, hyperbaric oxygen chambers, like whatever other therapies you're going to add, that now you're trying to get your body back in a state of wellness, back in a state of wholeness, to where it's having to combat a lot of work. Whereas if you already just utilize something that will hopefully, support your body in a way that we won't know, because hopefully you just won't ever get anything like that. But it's not that can't happen. It still can, because our toxic load burden that we're under today is very, very heavy. But what else do you know of that's going to support 22 different genes that's their job in the body already anyway? So truly, truly remarkable. So everyone always asks me, how long, Nikki? How long do I have to stay on this? Well, you have to remember that I just told you that by the time we're 60, we only have 10% of these regenerative cells working in our body anyway. The GHK copper peptide is reducing in its ability to do what it needs to do in the body as we age. The only thing that changes that is this light switch. So the light switch of, just like in your house, when you go in and you flip on that switch, the electricity goes to the light bulbs and those light bulbs come on. This is that light switch that turns on GHK copper peptide so it can get back to work no matter what age you are. So to have that going, I will have a patch on my body until Jesus comes back to get me. That's just the way it is. So if there are a lot of people that notice things right away. There are people like my husband who, don't notice anything other than seeing it in their test results. So at bare minimum, you want to give it a good 6 to 12 months regardless, especially if you have a list of aches, pains, illness, disease. You need to give it the time to regenerate naturally. Okay, this is not a drug, a chemical, a stimulant, anything like that. Your body is doing work that it hasn't been doing for a long time. So it took you a long time to get this list going on over here. Your symptoms may have just showed up, but that situation could have started 10 years ago in your body. So if you don't even know what's going on. The amazing thing is that when you utilize this technology, it's not going to take 10 years for it to get up and get running and working on your behalf. You may notice things right away, but you may be somebody like my husband who's only going to notice in those test results for when you go back in to see your doctor at 6 months to a year, and you see those test results and you're going, okay, like I don't feel anything, but I am definitely seeing these numbers of, higher inflammation or, whatever it might be, you see those things start to go down. So the ability to support your body with this technology is truly remarkable. Okay, remember the 5 things that I talked about? Think for just a minute how much money, again, if we think natural, okay, supplementation that you would have to do to support your body. This is pennies on the dollar compared to a stem cell injection, but also even like I'm thinking easily $400 or more with just what I told you about to support my cardiovascular system, my brain health, my collagen, my immune system, and my cardiovascular system. Like that would be a lot of supplementation for me to go on to have that kind of support. So Hydration is always key, y'all. So this is for anything in the body, for anything positive to happen in the body, you must be properly hydrated with good high quality water and good quality electrolytes. Okay. So you can use another electrolyte supplement, but this is specifically this by itself, you can get for as cheap as $50 a month. And to get all of the products that are in here is $250 a month if you were going to buy them, in different forms easily. So that's a fantastic way to support the ability of this technology to work properly. But hydration across the board. Hopefully, our water technology will be out in January. I heard David say it on one of his Zooms that he was recently on. So I'm hoping he has checked with production or wherever. It's really going to come out in January, because as some of you that have gotten to try the water or have the water technology, you know that it's changing everything. Like, it's truly just helping people's bodies be hydrated. Most people are walking around chronically dehydrated. So what that means is, like my son's girlfriend, I feel like her cells, so she's only 21 or 22, she's always feeling thirsty and she drinks a ton of water. And so my guess is that her cells are not receiving the hydration properly. Okay. We think if we drink water, then I should be hydrated. We have all kinds of ability for our body, for their toxic load, to block the ability of that hydration to happen. Not only that, considering all the junk that's in our water, like, I highly encourage you to do some research on that as well. But to have a water system that is going to be infused with 7 different wavelengths of light that gives, so the surface tension of the water is different. It creates a different surface tension, which allows the water to infuse every single cell with hydration. Okay. So this will change everything for everyone. If people are even, like, say, without any of our technology, if your body is able to receive hydration, good quality hydration properly, then just with that alone, your body has the ability to heal and regenerate itself. There are many, many conditions that people have. If they will just be properly hydrated, their issues could go away. Like, that's something that's very common if you're getting proper hydration. The problem is, like my, young son's, girlfriend, that our toxic load is extensive. And so even at her young age, for her cells to not receive hydration properly, that's not good long term. So I'm so thankful to David Schmidt, our inventor and founder, for constantly looking for ways and supporting God's design of how he designed us to support that infinite design, so that our bodies can do what God designed our bodies to do, so that it can do, which God created us to heal. That's how he created us. And so we are getting technology that does that. Okay. So we're having the water technology come out next year. There's another technology. I don't think any of us understand it yet, but it's also aligned with that as well, which I can't even wait to see what that is. So super exciting years for us. This is a company you want to watch. You want to be utilizing their technology because it's supporting the way you were created. No drugs, no chemicals, no interactions, nothing like that. Supporting your divine design. That is truly remarkable, to allow our bodies to operate optimally in every way. So what questions I know I was going to share this. So I wanted to share with you at all. I did not have time to go through and make notes on, so I work with several MDs, and there was one of my MDs that I work with, she sent me a article about GHK copper peptide. So on a very, big mainstream, if you want to know who it is or you want to see the article, or I'm thinking, I don't know if I posted it yet on my Telegram channel, but if you have been around and really focusing on truth tellers in the allopathic medicine and truth tellers that are now investigating things that have been going on, to then they're flipping their scripts. So this is one of those doctors who now has researched GHK copper peptide, and he's using different GHK copper peptides in his practice. as well. So, and just talking about all the benefits that we've been talking to you about, for 3 years. So I've been talking to you about for 3 years that come from GHK copper peptide. So, anyway, the support of the body through GHK copper peptide is definitely getting into mainstream. Allopathic doctors who are, looking at truth and looking at ways to support the body over using pharmaceuticals and chemicals and synthetics and things like that. And so GHK copper peptide, because it has that 50 years of research behind it, it will be something that they are now utilizing. And we've been doing it, and this is a way that we can help others here as well. So another MD that I work with, when I presented all of this, he was researching GHK copper peptide because he already understands phototherapy and light therapy. And he'd been looking for a natural way to support the body, because when there are injections of GHK copper peptide, and so when he would look at those, there was always something in them that he didn't like. So anytime you're getting some type of injection, they have to make it stable in some way. And that ability to make that stable can sometimes be toxic or not advantageous to our bodies. So he didn't want to offer that. When I showed him this, his response was he would consider it medical malpractice if he did not offer this to his patients. That's how strongly he felt about the ability of GHK copper peptide in our bodies to do the work that it needed to do. So being able to flip that switch and have it only be our bodies. So truly remarkable. Mainstream allopathic doctors that I'm working with that are seeing this, that are acknowledging this, that are starting to utilize it with their patients. And so just know that the information that you have here will always make a difference in someone's life. So what questions can we answer for you tonight? Vicki, I know we need to spin the wheel for Tina. Tina, can you type in the chat for me, or you can, unmute and let us know who invited you, or if one of y'all invited Tina, can you let us know?
My name is Tanae, actually. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, it's totally me. I'm so sorry. Your name is so beautiful. I'm sorry I was pronouncing it wrong. Tanae, that is beautiful. I love that. Who invited you tonight?
Kim invited me because I actually, what I was saying, I put new in quotation. I'm not new. I am new. I've been on it for about a week now, a week
Okay,
and a
awesome.
day. And
Ex-
so yeah, whatever you decide.
Excellent. Fantastic. I'm so glad Tina invited you. Or, I mean, not Tanae, I'm
Kim.
still like Kim invited you. So we're glad you're here. And Joan, we're glad you're here too. So Tanae, do you or Joan, do you guys have any questions for me that I can help answer?
What's an allopathic doctor?
So that's an MD, a medical doctor. Yeah, an MD.
Oh, it's just a regular any. Oh, okay.
Yeah, pediatrician, doctor of osteopathy. So anyone in the medical field that you would go, a doctor that you would go see. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a question. I
Yes,
just
ma'am.
received, and I have an annual annual patches that I get with my annual membership. What is the
Yes.
glutathione? Is I'm saying that right?
Yes, glutathione. Perfect. So, glutathione is amazing. And our patch technology, once again, is far superior to anything that you can get on the market. So, like, say my friend that I was talking about that just found out that she has the, C thing. A lot of times they will go in and get IV therapy. So if you're trying to support your body naturally, no matter what choices you're making with getting that diagnosis, a lot of times they'll go in and get IV glutathione, or they will take it. They will take it orally. So exogenously or orally, they're going to take glutathione. Glutathione, whether it's IV or orally taken, has a 7-minute half-life in the body, meaning it starts to dissipate out of your body very, very quickly. Our patch technology elevates your own body's glutathione. Again, there's nothing going into the body through the patch technology. It's working through that same light therapy and turning on glutathione. So Pretty much all of your cells in your body need glutathione to operate properly. What it does for every cell is that it detoxifies every cell in the body, and then it protects every cell in the body. So our bodies, in order for them to work properly, we have to be able to detoxify. If we are not detoxifying properly, our body walls things off. So it walls off viruses, parasites, bacteria, rogue cells. It will wall those things off to try to protect it because our bodies are unable to detoxify properly. So anytime there is a detoxification reaction of any sort with this technology, you can always go slower. Make sure you talk to the person who invited you to the call tonight. They can help you figure out how to do that. Sometimes it takes a little bit depending on how, people are responding to the technology. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. And so, but that's something that's so important that you embrace your body's ability to detoxify, because that's what gets the bad stuff out. So this patch technology elevates glutathione production by 300 times for 24 hours versus orally or IV that has a 7-minute half-life where it begins to dissipate in the body. So truly, it's great for immune health. So obviously, because those are issues with, not being able to detoxify. So if you're if you're going to be around a lot of people, it's a great time to wear that patch. If you've been around people who have been sick, it's a great time to wear that patch. If you feel like you're coming down with something, definitely add that patch. The other thing that's cool, again, is GHA copper peptide. It elevates our own body's glutathione production by 30% anyway. So it's activating that as well. So glutathione, I still utilize glutathione every day because my body does not detoxify properly in my DNA. I do not have the genes that I need in order for that to happen. So this glutathione patch then allows my body to, again, signal from the beginning. So an IV drip would be bad for me, as well as just straight glutathione. There's several different forms, but straight glutathione, those two things could make me very, very sick if I didn't understand that that's what's going on in my DNA, because I can't receive it. I cannot utilize it or take it and then have my body utilize it. I actually will react, in a very, like in a side effect type of way, versus giving my body the ability to get rid of and detoxify things that don't need to be in there. So X39 is a great way to start because it will elevate that glutathione by 30%. And if you don't want to wear it every day like I do, you can just use it as needed, like I just kind of talked about. So it's a great thing to have around no matter what, just so you have an option of something super easy. Again, nothing has to go into the body. So if you're taking, so if you take vitamin C, if you take things for your immune health, turmeric, all these other things, CoQ10, all of these things, when you take a supplement, your body has to be able to break that down properly. Okay. And then it has to be able to grab onto it, transport it to where it needs to go. And then once it's taken where it needs to go, that cell needs to be able to absorb it. And then after it absorbs it, it has to be able to use it. There are so those things that I just described, that's multiple ways in the chain for your body to not be working properly and for it to break down. Our patch technology bypasses all of those things by elevating and turning on from the base of how we're created, so it will work right from the beginning, like without having to do all of those other processes. So I know we're over time, but I want to make sure those of you are new. What other questions can I answer? Okay, let's see. Here's a question. Okay. Yes, I think that's you, Leslie. Yes, happy to help anytime. Okay. Anybody else have any questions that we can answer? Hopefully that wasn't too overwhelming, Joan. Sorry, that was kind of a long description. I love our technology. It does so many amazing things.
No, you're great at explaining. Thank you.
Okay, good deal. I'm so glad. Well, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Please make sure you get back to the person who invited you to the call. They will be able to help you. And if for some reason there's something that they're unsure about, they have a whole bunch of people that are able to help them and have been doing this for a long time. So just know that you will be taken care of. And so get back to the person who invited you to this call. Please come back on Wednesday. We do a call at 7 Central Standard Time. And then Thursday, we also do a call 7 Central Standard Time. Our Wednesday night call talks more about our business opportunities. So maybe you just want to be able to get your patches for free. So if that's something that you're interested in, please join us on Wednesday. On Thursday, we always try to do a story call, a testimonial call of someone's results. And you can go back and watch a ton of the calls that we've done in the past. Patch the Way on YouTube has many, many different calls. And then my channel is just Nikki McCutchen on YouTube. And we have so many stories of what we've experienced with people over the last several years. So Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you're just taking time to slow down, enjoy the people around you, enjoy your family, celebrate the reason for the season. And we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone. Have a good evening.
Great job.
Good night. God bless. Good job,
God bless.
Nikki.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Awesome.